Lisa Turner, and welcome to the very first episode of Kicking It Quarantine. Yes, so as we all know, we are in quarantine. But why don't we, be in quarantine but make it fashion? You know what I'm saying? So this show is going to be a sit down. Y'all see my chair? It's so comfortable. This is going to be a sit down talk show where I interview different guests on Zoom, aka we kicking it together in quarantine, where we just sit down, have fun, talk about life, talk about everything that we want to, honestly, play little games, interact with fans, fan questions. I also have a couple segments and I ain't gonna let y'all know, y'all gotta stick with the show, you feel me, if you want to see it. But I hope you guys stick along with me for the journey, strap in for the ride, and enjoy the season. Random facts of the day episode. Random fact number 1. Did you guys know that the moon has moonquakes? Wow, that's so interesting, right? I mean, I would have never guessed that. So I googled it and it says, just as Earth has earthquakes, the moon has bada bing, moonquakes, okay? They're less common and less intense than the shakes that happen here on this earth, but they still happen. And moonquakes are believed by U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, what's happening, the scientists and stuff, to occur. They occur due to tidal stresses connected to the distance between the earth and the moon. Wow. So like when it's in gravity, due to the closeness, I feel like our earthquake beams be making them have little small aftershocks. That's crazy. Wow, you really learn something new every day. Okay, so let's move on. Random fact number 2. Number 2. Your nostrils work one at a time. Now this, honestly, this caught me by surprise and it made me breathe. It feel like both of them are, there's air coming out of both of them nostrils. Okay, but it says when we breathe in and out of our nose during the day, one nostril is doing most of the work, with the duty switching every several hours. Isn't that crazy? This is called a nasal cycle, and it is dictated by the same autonomic nervous system that regulates the heart rate, digestion, and other unconscious bodily functions, and is the reason why when our nose gets stuffed up, it does so only in one nostril. That's why when you can't breathe, it's always one. That's crazy. That is so interesting. I wish I had more for you guys, but we don't have enough time. So, moving on to the next segment. Okay, more about me. Cats the musical. Not that new Cats that just came out, not that new movie. I haven't watched it, I refuse. Because I feel like don't touch my classics, okay? I grew up loving Cats the musical. I can watch that over and over again without getting tired. Angelical Cats. I love it, okay? I love it. It's amazing. If you've never seen it, please watch it. Please do so. Thank you. No disrespect to older people. We love you all. But there is this thing that growing up, you call people old when they're in their 30s or 40s, and you're sitting here in your teenage years thinking everybody over 20 is old. So I would say an old person thing that I do now at my age of a young tender 24 is that, what is an old person thing that I do? I would say staying in the house. Yes, I love to stay in the house. It's lovely. It's lovely in here. I used to be out and about out there all the time, but I recognize I'm loving it here. Turning in early It's the life for me. Yes. I'm very interested in music. What first got me into music, okay, I would say lyricism is a beautiful thing with me. But me, I don't really focus on the lyrics per se. I like the sound. I love to recognize the different layers in a track, in a record, and the ad-libs and the little things that they, you know, when you're making a record, there's different tracks, track 1, track 8, track 7, and you put them at different volumes, and then you switch one from the left ear to the right ear, and it creates these beautiful things that happen. And I just fall in love, and I'm so in love with listening to music. Literally, I will have this light on, not this specific one, but the lights in my room. I can have all of my lights off with my music going up, and that's just what I'm listening to. Like, and it's just the best way for me to relax. And that's just, music just, it is my life. Ever since I was a young girl, I would say 3 years old, that's my earliest memory of music. And it has changed my life ever since. And I know from now on, whatever I do in life, it is definitely gonna have something to do with music or people who do music. The best advice that I, Kisa Turner, have been given was to follow my intuition, okay? And to love myself above all else. Because once I have self-love, everything else in life will fall into place. And I take that with me every day. Shout out to you, Ellie Lee, Ellie Boo, I love you. Completely changed my life. The best advice I have given. The best advice I have been given today. Think about it all the time, and I will continue to take that with me as I continue to chase my dreams. I love you, girl. I really do. I mean it. Dogs. I just, you know, I'm an animal lover. I am definitely an animal lover. But dogs, they call to me more. Actually, I grew up a lot with a lot of cats, but since I've been older, it's dogs for me. So dogs. I would say I'm both. Majority of the time, I like to call. I'm a caller. But the people that I'm around don't like to be on the phone. So I have become vocabulary. I have become a texter. Late. I do need to work on that. I'm a procrastinator, and yes, yeah, sorry. I guess I'm gonna have to go with spicy because I don't really eat sweets like that. Like, I didn't like candy growing up. I still don't. I eat ice cream. That counts as sweets, but I'm not really a sweet person, so I have to go with spicy. See, this is a tricky one because ghosts, I can't really see you, but you can see me, and that's what's creepy. Aliens are physical. You know what I'm saying? If I need to get out the situation, you know what I'm saying? Physical. I hope you guys enjoyed this little get to know your host special. I hope that you guys strap in for the ride. I hope that you guys continue to check this show out, okay? Because from next episode on, I will be interviewing actual guests, and we will be having a good time. I will see you guys in the next episode. Until next time, this is Kisa Turner. See you guys.